Hi, I'm Weston Penninger, and I'm going to give a speech on the effects of large corporations on the environment. As we all know, corporations play a significant role in the global economy. They're responsible for providing goods and services that we all use and rely on. However, their actions also have significant impact on the environment. The effects of corporations on the environment can be seen in many ways, the most obvious of which is pollution. Pollution can come in many ways, but the waste produced by corporations pollutes the air, water, land, which in turn harms the natural habitats of animals and plants and food sources of ours. This pollution not only affects the natural world, but also poses a serious threat to human health. Another way in which corporations affect the environment is through their production processes. Many companies use harmful chemicals and substances to create their products. These chemicals not only harm the environment, but also endanger the health of workers who handle them. In addition, the process of extracting natural resources such as oil and minerals can cause significant damage to ecosystems and contribute to climate change. So what can be done to mitigate these negative effects? The first step is to increase awareness and understanding of the issue. People need to understand that the actions of corporations have a direct impact on the environment, and the impact can be harmful for both nature and human health. This plays a much bigger role than people are willing to admit nowadays. The more political the subject becomes, the more likely people are to ignore it and take steps away from it. The second step is to put presence on the corporation to change their practices. Governments, NGOs, consumers all play a role in this. Governments can implement regulations and laws to limit the negative impacts of corporations. NGOs can raise awareness and campaign for change, while consumers can use their buying power to support environmentally responsible companies. Another approach is incentivize corporations to become more environmentally responsible. By doing this, this creates an incentive for CEOs, for NGOs, CEOs, CFOs, people of importance to take action towards being environmentally responsible, because it helps not only themselves now, income, whatever the incentive may be, but also the environment in lengthening our stay on Earth. However, simply relying on financial incentives and regulations is not enough anymore. A change in mindset is needed, one that values sustainability and the preservation of the environment. We need to move away from the ideas that economic growth and environmental protection are mutually exclusive. Instead, we need to find ways to balance economic growth with environmental responsibility. There are many examples of corporations that have successfully taken steps to reduce the environmental impact. Companies like Patagonia, which creates outdoor clothing and gear, that have made sustainability a central part of their business model. And by doing this, they've not only increased their sales and from people around the world, but also people that are looking to buy from environmentally sustainable companies. Also, their target audience is usually a lot of people that do tend to care about the environment, a lot of people that spend a lot of time outdoors. So it's going to be able to help maybe other companies bring in that same group of people that see the value in being environmentally friendly. The further down the road we look at this, the further we could see is that it's going to cause many issues. And without incentivizing these big companies and creating solutions like this that can draw change in and attempt to find a middle ground between making profit, producing their product, and helping the environment. These examples show that it's possible for corporations to operate in an environmentally responsible manner. It requires a willingness to change and a commitment to sustainability. With that sustainability and that agreement to sustainability comes a responsibility that nobody has been really willing to accept so far throughout most of our world's big corporations. Personally, in my life, I see a lot of these larger corporations. My mother owns a company who they've now made an agreement to attempt to be sustainable towards the environment, but as me and her have talked more about this, it's become almost like a game to these larger corporations. They're looking to see how much they can get for however little they do. She used an example of Nike shoes, and a lot of the Nike shoes that are now, they're trying to be made, they have a branch being made that are recyclable, and without proper attendance by the people that buy them, whenever these shoes then run out, they have to get rid of them the right way, or else there's no point to it whatsoever. And the production cost of these shoes is still making Nike $40 to $60 per shoe that they sell, despite now having to use much different materials. The cost of labor has gone up. lots of different processes that they now have to go through to meet these regulations and be a part of this agreement have now changed, but there's a little bit of everything that goes into that. And the CEOs have just said, you know what, we'll do as little as we can, we'll spend as little money as we can, but also, meet these new regulations and maybe grab this environmentally sustainable population, people that support being environmentally sustainable, and say, we have this product for you, this is for you, and bring in maybe a whole new group of people that are now buying from your company. But in realism, you're not truly making any sort of true change. Me and my mother talked a little bit more about the effects of government regulations and laws on these companies. And, while obviously American-made companies have to agree to these types of things, and they have to make a difference, and they have to grow to adapt and still remain profitable, but be able to use these regulations and laws to draw in a new base of people to sell. They're treating it more as though we're trying to find a way to profit even more off of these. They make these environmentally friendly shoes, and these, whether it be shoes, whether it be clothes, whether it be, shopping bags, whatever it is, they're finding a way to not only make this close to the same price they made their non-environmentally friendly products, but also as a way to boost their income and use other people to continue making money, despite not caring whether or not the environment is changing, whether or not the long-term effects are going to change, whether or not the short-term effects are going to change. They're just looking for more profit. Whether or not the earth stays alive longer than their money does, they just want to make as much money as they can now. A lot of big corporations tend to think that way. The effects of corporations on the environment are significant and far-reaching. However, by increasing awareness, putting pressure on corporations to change their practices, and incentivizing them to become more environmentally responsible, we can begin to mitigate these negative effects very slowly. Obviously, this is something you have to do over a good long time. A lot of big corporations are not going to change their ways through something small. In a short period of time. It's going to take a long time before you see true change. But it is up to us as consumers, government officials, individuals, shoppers, to take action and work towards a more sustainable future. I think the sustainable future is possible. It's something I truly think I am passionate about, and if I had the ability to take charge and work myself right now today towards this goal, I think this is something I could truly do. But as for now, we're gonna have to wait, work as hard as we can as consumers to be responsible and purchase from environmentally friendly corporations. But a sustainable future is possible, and it's a goal I think everyone should have. Thank you.